Hi, Jeff here with Mr. Hardwater. Today I have a tip for you when you're working on windows that are above the ground and higher than your waist. Now the window behind me is a kitchen window, and it's unusual, it would be unusual for it to get hard water stains. However, you can get some due to some rampant sprinklers and possibly some silicates running down from the stucco above me. So if you do run into that situation, or if you're working on a commercial building that has something similar, what you want to do on those situations is you want to choose a combination of polishing pad and polishing compound that's going to be the least abrasive combination, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to take the chance of swirling the glass or leaving any marks on the glass that could get you into trouble. Now that sometimes does occur because on these windows they can be specialized pieces of glass. They also can have some treatment or a coating on the outside, and if that's the case, then they're very reactive to both chemicals as well as the polishing process. So what you want to do is you want to kind of be cautious, and you want to take some precautions and use the least abrasive combination possible. So in these kind of windows that are in the sunshine that generally will show every kind of mark possible, what you want to do in those situations is you want to use our liquid glass polish. Now the liquid glass polish contains some specially designed polishing particles optimized for glass, and they're also ground to be very, very fine. They're very super fine compared to the powders and pastes, and that's why it's suspended in deionized water. So this material is really optimized for the specialty types of windows like these residential windows and commercial buildings that are higher up. This really minimizes the risk of swirling the glass if you're polishing on it. And also, as far as the least abrasive pad to choose, I would really choose a nylon pad, because this is less abrasive than the steel wool pads. So my first polishing pass when I'm testing this window would be to polish with a liquid glass polish with the nylon pad. Now if you polish for a little bit, test it somewhere in an inconspicuous place, and not only look at the glass from the outside in but also the inside out to get an indication on how well the polishing process is going, because you don't want to create any problems for yourself. Now if this combination isn't aggressive enough to remove the stains that you have on the glass, then the best thing to do from there is to really replace the pad, the nylon pad, with one of our superfine 4/0 steel wool pads while sticking with the liquid glass polish. Now I found this combination to be very, very good for commercial buildings. It really is able to remove the hardware stains really well, and at the same time it won't leave any problems onto the glass. So as a summary then, for windows that are higher than your waist, like up here, start with the least abrasive combination possible. That's a liquid glass polish and the nylon pad, and then move up to the steel wool pad if you need it. Now finally, after the polishing is finished, one thing too is you always want to polish on low speeds, and the speed dial is located at the bottom of the tool near the cord. So always polish on low speeds. If you polish on high speeds, you're taking a big chance of over buffing and over polishing the glass, and that can lead to some real problems. So always polish on low speeds, and you'll be okay. Now after the polishing process, the pores of the glass are so clean and they're so open that it's really important to use some kind of a glass sealer. So I recommend using the Mr. Hardwater glass protective sealant to fill in those pores and provide some level of protection against the elements, because now that the glass is so clean, it's really going to attract more dirt, and the dirt and the calcium that do stick really seem to bond on it on a super clean piece of glass. So apply some kind of sealer to the glass, and that'll help resist any future adherence of these materials. So in summary then, when you work on these kind of windows that are higher up and in the sunshine and may have a coating or may be treated with something, and you're not sure about it, then either investigate and find out more about the glass and find out if it requires some special cleaning, and then reach for the liquid glass polish and the nylon pads in order to start the polishing process. And also, you don't need to apply a lot of pressure on the windows that are higher up. Generally you can do that when you're low to the ground because it's more forgiving, you're in the shade. The glass is strong and it's usually harder stained, so you can get away with applying more pressure. But as you're working up higher, make sure that the speeds of the tool are lower, apply less pressure, and be more cautious, and try this combination first. And then if that doesn't work, it's not enough, you want to get through the job a little faster, then switch to the steel wool pads. So I hope that tip will help. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact us. You can email us, phone call us, and you can even send us some pictures of the glass that you're beginning to work on, and we might be able to provide some consultation on what the best technique is for that particular piece of glass.